Good morning, 8th grade. Welcome to session number 4. We have fresh packets this morning to help us get ready for the EOG, so give us your best. We promise it will pay off. I'm pretty confident that you're going to be able to get number 1 without help or too much help, but I do want to help you on question number 2. So flip to that one with me this morning, and let's see if I can help you with it. Number 2 says, when x increases by 1, y decreases by 3. And when x is negative 6, y is negative 3. Which function models the relationship between x and y? All right, well, here's one way that might help you a little bit with this question. I'm going to go ahead and write my coordinate. We know coordinates are always x comma y. So we'll do negative 6 comma negative 3. And it tells us that x increases by 1. So that would mean negative 6 plus 1, which is negative 5. And y decreases by 3, so minus 3, which would make that a negative 6. So what we have now is basically 2 coordinates, right? 2 points, which we know we can automatically find slope for. So I'm going to go ahead and label our points to use our slope formula. So x1, y1, x2, y2, and let's find our slope. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So that would be negative 6 minus negative 3 over x2 negative 5 minus negative 6. All right, watch for those double negatives, right? Taking away a negative is the same as adding. And we're without our calculators so far until we make it to number 15. So let me bring this down here. So negative 6 plus 3 over negative 5 plus 6. So that would be equal to negative 3 on top, positive 1. So negative 3 divided by 1 is negative 3. So we've got our slope, right? That will help us eliminate some choices over here. So I see a slope of negative 3 for C and D. So those 2 are out. Okay, we still need to get our y-intercept. Y-intercept. So remember, we need to pull in our y equals mx plus b, plug in our slope, right? That's our m. And we can choose one of our points, right, to plug in. Doesn't really matter which one. So negative 3. Okay, I'm going to go for this point. So my x was negative 6. And my y was negative 3. Okay, negative 3 times negative 6 is positive 18. Okay, and now solving for b. I'm going to have to go on top of this question a sec. I would subtract 18, right, on both sides. So negative 3 minus 18 would be negative 21. So that gives away our answer, right? Negative 21 is our y-intercept. Okay, go and pause the video here. Remember, our goal today is to make it to question number 15. Work for about 20 minutes or so, and I'm going to help you and support you on question number 12. All right, question number 12. This one was kind of an odd question. I thought it was kind of interesting how they wanted the answer in the grid. So I thought this would be a good one for us to talk about a little bit. So the table shows 4 quantities. Each quantity is assigned a numeric label. I'm going to order these quantities from least to greatest. Next, write the sequence of numeric labels in the same order as their corresponding quantities. All right, this is a little bit interesting, but let's take a look and see what they're trying to assess that you know. We know that this is the same as 4.777, right? Dot, dot, dot. So that one is pretty easy. I remember in 8th grade, you're supposed to be able to estimate square roots. So think about what perfect square root this one is closest to. Okay, so this one is closest to perfect square root of 25, which is 5. So the square root of 24 is going to have to be close to 5, so approximately. Okay, the last two have pi with them, and we know that pi is about 3.14, we estimate it. But just for sake of rounding, let's just say that it's about 3, because that will help us kind of order these from least to greatest. So if we say 4 times 3, that would be equal to 12, and 12 divided by 3, right, is about 4. Okay. All right, this one is pi squared. Well, if we, kind of still use that 3, right, that means 3 squared, which we know 3 squared is 9, right? And 9 divided by 3 is 3. Okay, so we kind of got our approximations here, right? We've just got to order these numbers to match it, which is where it's a little bit tricky to understand the final answer. So in other words, we know that 3 is our smallest quantity, so we're going to use 4 as the first box here. Okay, the next biggest is 4, so we use this label, 3. Our next biggest, 4.77, so a 1. And of course, biggest is about 5, so we use 2. So 4, 3, 1, 2 is our answer. So a little bit of a different way to put in an answer, but it assessed a lot of different things there. All right, keep working. Remember, our goal is to make it to number 15, so work hard this morning.